And we welcome you back to Talk of the Town for this Friday, May 28th. I'm Gary Stevens. Fourth Friday of the month this time, we devote to looking ahead at the calendar for the upcoming month at Evergreen Commons. Barb Visser normally joins us, but Barb is unavailable. So we are very pleased to have Paige Owsinski, who is the Physical Wellness Coordinator, Programs Coordinator, and Parkinson's Support Group Leader at Evergreen Commons. She joins us via the Zoom connection. Paige, good morning and welcome to WHTC.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Glad you are with us. And you have a question about what's going on at Evergreen Commons, Paige will be able to answer it at 616-395-1450, 616-395-1450. Paige, before we take a look at the June calendar at Evergreen Commons, I want people to know a little bit more about what you do in terms of being the Physical Wellness Programs Coordinator. What does that entail?
So I'm mainly behind the scenes, getting all of our programs ready to run, getting everything prepped to go before those programs get started. So I do a lot of the background work, and then as well as that Parkinson's support group. I lead that. I bring in different people to come and talk about the topic, as well as myself. And then I also just lead fitness classes here at Evergreen, and I'm also one of our personal trainers. So I'm kind of all over the place.
Indeed. And I don't want to downplay your role as the Physical Wellness Programs Coordinator, but I do want to talk a little bit about the Parkinson's Support Group. And it has gotten more, it being Parkinson's disease, has received more and more attention, necessary, I believe. As we have seen some high profile people come down with the disease and have lent their names and their efforts to try to beat this disease, this debilitating disease that sort of chips away at it. We've had notable people in the past who have passed away from it in the sports field. Most notably, Muhammad Ali was one of those, as well as Howard Cosell. Currently, Michael J. Fox, Kirk Gibson, Linda Ronstadt, I believe, is also afflicted. Parkinson's, I don't believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. Neil Diamond's another person that's been afflicted with it. I'm not certain on that one, but we're getting more awareness. That can do nothing but help those who are having the disease or those who are caring for a loved one who are afflicted with Parkinson's.
Yes, definitely. Both people definitely benefit from the Parkinson's support group. And that's kind of the nice part about the Parkinson's support group too. It kind of hits everybody's needs, whereas maybe you are the person with Parkinson's, or maybe you're a caregiver, family member, loved one of somebody. It's a learning experience for both, as well as just understanding what even that disease even is. So
part about Parkinson's, Paige, that differs a little bit than those who are maybe helping those who are afflicted with dementia or with Alzheimer's, is the fact with Parkinson's, it's a case where those afflicted, they know they're afflicted. And they're basically, it's almost as similar to someone who's afflicted with Lou Gehrig's, ALS.
Yep.
They know they're in it. Their mind is still sharp enough, but they know their body is letting them down. And that is as frustrating to the afflicted as well as those support givers.
Oh yeah, it's one of the hardest things to accept, is knowing that you have the disease and learning, that there really isn't a cure right now for Parkinson's. That, okay, what do I do next? How do I live my life with this disease? So that can be one of the most debilitating things, is just learning the fact that you have Parkinson's, let alone all the symptoms that come along with it.
Now, one other thing, and then we'll move on to some of the programs going on at Evergreen Commons. And again, Paige Owsinski of Evergreen Commons can answer your questions at 616-395-1450. When the COVID-19 outbreak came 15 and a half months ago, there was some concern from those who are afflicted with other diseases. And one comes immediately to mind, it just sticks with me. The concerns by those who are afflicted with Crohn's disease. Their concern is that the focus on warp speed, Operation Warp Speed, getting a vaccine for COVID-19. The concern was the pharmaceuticals are racing to get that they're leaving efforts to try to attack other diseases behind. Have you seen a little bit of that frustration with the people you have dealt with Parkinson's saying, hey, wait a minute, we're afflicted with something that is just as bad, if not worse than COVID-19, yet we're all racing to find something about COVID-19. We're sort of being left behind. Have you seen that frustration with either the ones afflicted and the caregivers or not?
I have. I actually just a couple weeks ago had a client come to me saying that, they've gotten the vaccine a couple months ago, right when it came out, and they feel like their symptoms all of a sudden are getting worse. And, now they're concerned, is this vaccine affecting my medication in some way, maybe where it's not running well? Or they're like, or maybe it is just my symptoms starting to progress, so there is that fear, I think, a little bit of, how is this vaccine affecting my Parkinson's? Is it making it worse? Is it making it better? Or who knows? So it is tough. Yeah.
If you got a question for Paige Ozinski, she is with the Evergreen Commons staff. She'll be happy to take it at 395-1450, 395-1450. We'll talk about fitness programs in the month of June at Evergreen Commons in a moment, but let's dial with the immediacy being today, May 27th. Of course, the Commons is not open on Saturdays right now, but starting next week, it will be. Talk a little bit about the hours for Evergreen Commons, because as I mentioned just a few moments ago, it's going to change starting next week.
Yeah, so things are changing. As we head into the holiday weekend, we are closed over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, as well as Monday. So take note of that change. Regular hours next week, though, starting on Tuesday, still open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But starting that first Saturday of June, we are being open from 8 o'clock until noon. So shorter hours in the morning that were available. The gym and the pool are open, as well as complimentary pickleball courts are open. So.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Let's get to a call. Good morning. You're on the line with Paige Ozinski of Evergreen Commons.
What about essential tremors? Can they do anything for that?
The Parkinson's support group necessarily. It might be informational just to learn about tremors. At some point, we do hit that topic. I currently work with a client that does have essential tremor, and exercise can help kind of alleviate some of those symptoms a little bit. But I don't have too much background medical side of the essential tremor, just knowing that from the Parkinson's side of things, exercise does help with that symptom. So it could possibly help as well with the essential tremor. But I'm not quite sure to answer it specifically.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for the call. 616-395-1450, 616-395-1450. It's been one of those days where I thought I had a button pushed and it's not pushed. It's the weekend and we got the holiday coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go something right up Paige Ozinski's alley. Fitness programs. Let's be fit. Let's be strong. Let's have fun doing that as well, because some people might say, oh, I'm fit. Oh, I'm strong. But, oh, I'm sour because I'm having no fun doing that. That's not the case, essentially.
We've got a lot of fitness programs coming our way in June. The first one that I want to talk about is our Fit and Strong. This class is incorporating stretching, low impact aerobics, walking, and training.
Yeah, strength training.
And it's a class where you can kind of learn and manage how to exercise safely, specifically with arthritis. So that class is starting June 7. Feel free to call Evergreen to get signed up, or if you have more information, we can always chat about that. Another program that is coming is Park Power. So this program is going to be done outside in various area parks throughout the Holland and Greater Holland area. They will be focusing on 20 minutes of strength and cardio, and then 21 minutes of stretching and relaxation. So it's your summer 2021 workout for you. So that one's super fun. We're really excited about that. We also have our summer hiking series. We have a hike coming up on Tuesday, June 15 in Coopersville at the Eastmanville Farm. If you have information on that, feel free to call Tyler at 355-5140. And we also have our Striders group coming back this summer. They are an intentional walking group for older adults. They meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and do various walks, as well as one Saturday a month outside of Holland at a fun location, something different. So lots of good stuff coming our way.
Well, yeah, being fit and being strong doesn't necessarily mean being boring as well. One other thing, and then we'll take a break, Paige. Talk a little bit about delay the disease. Can it be delayed? And in what ways can it be delayed?
So this is one of our Parkinson's specific programs. There's a lot of research going behind how exercise can help decrease our symptoms. So the more we exercise, the more we can kind of delay those symptoms, delay the progression of symptoms as well. We currently have a program that's already started, that one's running, but we do offer it as well through personal training. So it would be more of a one-on-one aspect. We kind of take a look at your specific Parkinson's symptoms and figure out, what exercises are going to help you in your delay of your disease. So that one's super fun. I'm our certified delay the disease instructor, so you'd be working with me.
Sounds great. Paige, one of the things that has come from the outbreak over the last 15 and a half months has been a reliance, and some say over-reliance, on virtual conferencing, the Zoom phenomenon. As we are getting back to some semblance of normalcy and we're able to meet one-on-one, some are saying, I don't ever want to do another Zoom again. Others are saying, you know what? We started something, we can continue it in a different way. And Evergreen Commons has some virtual meetings set up to deal with arthritis and some of the things that can be done in a virtual manner. Tell us all about it.
Definitely. So we have a couple programs that will be coming this June through a Zoom platform. One of those being Tai Chi for arthritis. There's a couple options for your Tai Chi. There's either a seated option or a standing option. Working on styles that are suitable for every fitness level, gentle range of motion, flowing through different poses there with the Tai Chi. And there's also a practice Tai Chi that we're going to be offering where you would work on the fundamental movements and sequences of your body alignment in Tai Chi. So there's those two options for Tai Chi, as well as our arthritis foundations. This is a low impact exercise class to help reduce your pain and reduce stiffness. So they both start June 1 through Zoom.
Excuse my ignorance on this. I'm going to ask it anyway, because after all, I'm not going to get a sucker from that other room. I'll just say I will plead ignorance on this. What's difference between using Tai Chi and maybe yoga? Is it just simply more physical work with Tai Chi and a little bit different, where yoga is more working with the mind than anything else?
Yoga definitely involves the mind. We focus more on holding those poses and really strengthening the body, whereas Tai Chi more flows through different movements. So your body is continuously moving rather than holding your poses like you would in yoga.
Yeah, well, sometimes you want to, strengthen the muscles a little bit, give them tense and all that, and all of a sudden you have to move and ow, don't need that. Biodensity Machine, I have on my sheet here. I assume that's up your alley in that regard.
It sure is. We just brought in this machine in January, start of the new year. This machine strengthens your bones. So a lot of times we think about strengthening our muscles when we exercise, and this kind of takes it to the next layer, getting a little bit deeper into the body. So this one's really good for those with osteoporosis, strengthening those bones, as well as those who are type 2 diabetic. Research has shown that it also lowers our A1C scores. So lots of good things for
And that's a good thing. And keep in mind, and maybe I'm preaching to the choir on this particular factor. A lot of people would say, well, if people would have their dairy products, drink their milk and all that, they wouldn't have the bone issue. The problem is, I've seen reports that the older you get, the more lactose intolerant, your problem with the lactose, you could drink a lot of milk when you're a kid. You can't drink it that much when you're older because your body's not going to be too happy about it. So it's not as simple as, drink some more milk and your bones will be fine. It doesn't work that way.
It really doesn't. And drinking the milk really helps when you're younger, probably younger than 30. That's when it's really key to drink that milk. But after that, the milk really doesn't do a whole lot. We got to take that next step. And this is one of the ways to do it.
All right. One final thing from the sheet that Barb Visser gave for both of us to look over. Cards starting back up in the middle on Tuesday on the 1st. Cards? Excuse me. Maybe Barb has mentioned it and it sort of went right over my head. Explain a little bit, please.
So one of our programs that we have through our enrichment programs is our cards and our games. Last year when COVID hit, we kind of took a pause on these and we have not been able to participate in them since last March, whenever it was, right? So those are making a comeback. They'll be meeting a couple times throughout the week, starting on the 1st of June. Euchre, Mahjong, all that good stuff, it's all on its way back in. So for those of you that haven't been able to participate, now is your chance to get back in and play some games, camaraderie with all your friends as well.
I will definitely have to go into my office and get a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. Excuse me. Cards, the bicycles. Well, I wasn't ever any good. Well, my wife would say, you're good at cribbage. Well, yeah, but games that can get me money, no, I'm not good at it at all. Anyway, but indeed, Evergreen Commons, again, it's designed for those of us who are a little bit more seasoned, that want to enjoy the company of people, to be out and about. Things in the community. It is a community jewel. It's the site of the old Holland Christian High School. I call it the Evergreen Commons Triangle on River, Michigan, and State. That's where it is in terms of the main center. Evergreencommons.org is the website for more information on how you can be a part of Evergreen Commons. And of course, they do offer the day center of Evergreen for those who might need a little bit more help. They are there to help us. We are very pleased to have Paige Owsinski joining us to talk a little bit about not only physical wellness, but also the Parkinsons support group that she is involved with, and to tell us what's going on at Evergreen Commons in the month of June. Paige, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Wish you and everybody at Evergreen Commons well. Hope to talk with you again soon.